أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الله لا يغفر أن يشرك به ويغفر ما دون ذلك لمن يشاء ومن يشرك بالله فقد ضل ضلالا بعيدا إن يدعون من دونه إلا إناثا وإن يدعون إلا شيطانا مريدا لعنه الله وقال لأتخذن من عبادك نصيبا مفروضا صدق الله العظيم. Verse 16 of Surah An-Nisa, in the reason of revelation, the Sabab al-Nuzul, Mufassirun mentioned that an old man of the A'rab, of the Bedouins, came to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he says that أنا شيخ مكثر في الذنوب, that he says that I am an old man, but I have committed many sins and I am drowning in my sins, except that I have never ascribed any partners unto Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I am very sinful, and the only thing is that I have not ascribed any partners unto Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala since the time I recognized Him, and whatever sins I did, I do not do it knowing that I can run away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I know that He can take me to task for this. What do you say of my situation? So these ayat were revealed. And like this, many other incidents that you find in the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in the books of Tafsir, you will see. So the ayat were revealed, إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَغْفِرُ أَن يُشْرَكَ بِهِ وَيَغْفِرُ مَا دُونَ ذَلِكَ. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not forgive shirk, those that ascribe partners unto Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah ta'ala does not forgive them for that sin. And anything besides that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives. Meaning anything other than kufr and disbelief in Allah. Kufr is one thing which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, shirk being one type of kufr. Shirk is one type of kufr. Otherwise, all kufr, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not forgive on the Day of Judgment, and a person will serve his or her time, meaning forever, for that. And any sin besides that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives. So now when we say, إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَغْفِرُ أَن يُشْرَكَ بِهِ, that shirk Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not forgive, this isn't specific to someone prostrating in front of an idol. That person says that only shirk is only in this way. Shirk can have many forms. One is obviously that shirk which takes a person out of the fold of Islam, and then there are forms of shirk which are lower than that. So even discussing the higher form of shirk, yani that which takes a person, or that which does not allow a person to stay as a believer, one is, as we understand, the shirk in ibadah, the person prostrates, does sajda to something else, someone else. Part of that is that the discussion of shirk is obviously tied with tawheed, the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So to recognize that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is one, His tawheed, what does that mean? Yani Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is one in His essence, in His being. قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ اللَّهُ الصَّمَدُ. And when we're saying Allah is one, we're not saying that He is one and there's obviously no second to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But what this also means, that Allah is one in His essence, in His being. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not a composite being like us. That we have limbs, a person has hands, feet, a person is made of soul, body. You have all of these compositions that make up us and other material that's in this world. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is one in His essence. لَيْسَ كَمِثْلِهِ شَيْءٍ. That nothing resembles even Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Nothing is even like the resemblance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yani forget لَيْسَ مِثْلَهُ شَيْءٍ كَمِثْلِهِ شَيْءٍ. There's two words of what we call tashbih. So yani Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is very far from any form of any stench of resemblance. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is beyond that. The other is the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in His sifat, in His qualities. That if a person ascribes that any other being, any other person, whether it be a Nabi, whether it be an angel, shares in a quality of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then that is also considered shirk. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is raziq, He's the only one that sustains. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the only one that gives rizq. If a person says that no, so-and-so can give me rizq, haqiqatan, in reality, then that is also shirk. One is to say that something is a means of sustenance. That's obviously there. That we have means of sustenance, a person works, or a person, someone else gives you food. So that's a means of sustenance. That doesn't make him raziq, right? The raziq is only one, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if anyone's aqidah is that others with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are also raziq, then this is also shirk. If a person says that other beings are also have ilm al-ghayb, then this is also a shirk. That some other beings also have knowledge of the unseen. This is purely by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yes, Allah ta'ala from His ilm al-ghayb gives to the Anbiya alayhi salatu wasalam, and then they inform us. So again, that does not make the Nabi independent in that. So inna Allah la yaghfir, and then thereafter tawheed in the af'al of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in the doings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And everything which occurs in this world, everything is created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All acts that happen, everything that occurs is through their permission. That doesn't mean Allah is radin with it, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is happy with it. Allah ta'ala allows for it to happen, because there is a certain sunnah of Allah ta'ala in this world. There's a certain system. Sunnah of Allah means the system that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has kept. Once a man, it comes as a story, once a man asked Ali radiallahu